Are Christians allowed to use birth control or condoms? Hi, I'm Angela, the Christian Sexpert. The bottom line is birth control and condoms are a personal conviction issue. A lot of Catholics believe that they are a sin because of one verse in the Old Testament, which is misinterpreted by the Catholic Church. It talks about Onan spilling his seed on the ground and God killed him. And Catholics say, well, that's obvious that you can only orgasm in a woman because God killed Onan for spilling his seed. No, God killed Onan for his spiteful, deceitful heart. In that time, if your brother died, you were supposed to take his wife as your own and provide her with children. So she went from the status of widow to revered mother. And because Onan was a spiteful jerk face, he was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to give her any kids. And so he spilled his seed. So God smote him for his deceitful heart, not for spilling his seed. And then we get into the fundies with their quiverful verse, talking about how children are a quiver full of arrows for their parents. That is, again, a personal conviction issue. I really believe that God calls us to use wisdom and discernment and to manage our resources wisely. So if you have children that you cannot provide for, that's not really being a good steward of the resources that God has given you. That said, I also have friends who leave their fertility in God's hands and fully trust Him to know when they have enough kids and when they can have the resources to provide for all of the children that they have. So I am not condemning either side of this equation. I am saying that this is a personal conviction issue, that you need to talk to Jesus about it, and you need to check in with Jesus pretty frequently about it. I would check in at least once a year with God and say, okay, are we still on the right path for our family? Do you want us to go off birth control and trust you with our procreation? Or do you want us, because you see that we have a hard season coming up and another child would put us out of our financial means that you see coming for us? Check in. All of that said, I do have condoms and lubricant available on my Amazon storefront. You can hop over there. If you're using condoms, make sure you're only using water-based slippy substances. But if you're using condoms, use a lot of extra slippy substances to help things slide the way that they should.